everybody, Christine Bertram coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, with a bigger Tigger butt behind me and a hunky noodle head right there. So, you guys, if you were watching me live for the Winter Creative Escape cards that I did this afternoon, you'll know I ended that live maybe about like 45-50 minutes ago with Hunky in the spot. And he basically hasn't moved. I had to actually, he kind of took over the whole thing. I had to scoot him back so that I had a spot for my butt. And Tigger, he hasn't learned how to shut the water off yet. But I know, kitten, let's shut that off for you. Oh, Mom, you're so loud in my face. So, we did it. We're here. And sitting on a kitten a little bit. There you go. Oh, buddy, I disrupted you. Sorry. Okay, it's all nice and warm for me. Sorry, buddy. You guys, they've been on me like glue. I got home about 5 o'clock yesterday and spent 3 hours cutting cardstock for thousands of cards. I'd have to say we kitted 1,000 today. And we have another 600 to go and another 400. So I did cut for probably 2,000 bases and 2,000 mats and some things in the middle. And I did that for about 3 hours yesterday. And then that took till, let's say, 9. And then at 9, I switched gears and worked on designing for the Brushed with Beauty card class, which is the sweet class. How I wish I would have had all that designed before I left, but it didn't work that way. And I still have 2 cards left to design, and I'm trying to get those tackled tonight after class. So I haven't spent much time with the kittens since I got home. Needless to say, they are wanting attention. So they may be in and out of the videos, you guys. So can't guarantee what they are or not going to do. They just kind of rule the roost, and they tell me when they want attention. So they're very needy, just putting that out there. And I'm in their chair. Tigger likes this chair, and so he waits for me to get out of this chair. But we made a little cozy bed for him down here. So all's good, you guys. The trip went good. Florida was nice. It was good to get away. It's a working vacation for me. I know that when I go down there, we get to spend time with my aunt and uncle. So my mom gets to spend time with her brother and sister-in-law and my aunt and uncle. And they usually call it a night early. And it gives me lots of alone time, quiet time to work at the computer. And so I went with a list on the plane on the way down. I made a list of probably 70 things that I wanted to accomplish while I was down there. So yes, definitely a working vacation. I wouldn't say I got all 70 done. Are you having problems logging onto YouTube? Nope, Elaine, we're all good to go. So I got about 50, I don't say 60, 50 things done. Of things on my to-do list. I did not get everything done. There are things that I didn't get done, but I got a lot of things done. So if you guys were like, wow, she's emailing yet about stuff, it's because I really was. I was actually working at the computer a bunch. Each night, probably around between 6 and 9 o'clock, I'd start, and I worked till 1 or 2 in the morning. So I definitely got a lot of things accomplished. So let's see here. And on top of it, got to spend time with family. That was probably the most important thing. And I got to hang out with my mom, and that's always nice to get away with her. So hang on, I'm going to respond to Elaine. She's trying to get on. All's good, and I'm live. All is good, and I'm live. And I'm live. So not quite certain, and I'm live. Cards by Christine. Okay, everybody else is here. You guys are commenting, so I know that you're here. Cards by Christine. All right, let's hopefully Elaine can get on. So make sure she's in YouTube, right? Not Facebook. So it's all good. Lots of stuff, you guys. On top of it, the flight was delayed. So not even delayed, it was canceled. We went to bed on Monday night thinking we needed to leave for the airport at 9:30 on Tuesday morning, and woke up at 7, and Mom came in and she's like, I think our flights are canceled. I'm like, oh, they are. I looked at my phone. Yep, they are. And so it was the backlash of all of the stuff that happened over the course of the weekend with the snow, and our flight just happened to get bumped, and our option was taking a flight at 6 p.m. on Wednesday night and having a layover in Charlotte, which to me is not great because the last couple times I've got stuck in Charlotte, once overnight with 10 or 12 people and once with my mom, like 3 years ago. And she had a bad feeling. So she's like, I don't care, because I have frequent flyer miles with American that I use. And so it, like, the flight itself wasn't going to cost any money there and back. But she's like, I don't want to do it. I don't have a good feeling on it. And I don't want to get into Appleton or Milwaukee at midnight. And your dad's not going to come pick us up, and Tyler should be in bed at that time. And so she's like, so I looked at Allegiant, and Allegiant had a nonstop direct flight out of Punta Gorda into Appleton. And yeah, it costs money. It is what it is, right? Everything costs money. But she's like, I would rather pay for this and get home and know that we're going to get home. And we got in at Appleton at like 3 something, and my dad came and picked us up, which was awesome. My dad doesn't generally ever go to the airport, but he came and picked us up. So it was all good. And if I wouldn't have had last night, I wouldn't have been ready for kitting today. I had 5 lovely ladies over helping me kit today. Well, I had a foot appointment, you guys, and I had a printer appointment, and then we had live starting at 1, and that went till like 5:15. So it's been a crazy good day. So, oh, yes. So, hi, Linda Grady from the hospital, waving from Michigan. Oh, man, I hope everything is okay. I'm going to say hi to a bunch of you gals. It's been a little while since I've seen you. And you guys, I'll be honest, I'm not one that posts much when I go on my personal trips with my family. I don't share all that. So it's something for probably, I don't know. When I go on stamping trips, I definitely share that. But when I spend my time with my family, I don't always, like, I'll be honest, I think we took 2 pictures or 3 pictures the whole time. So I don't share a lot of pictures when I go on my family vacations. But hello, Debbie Gast. Hello, Kimberly. Hi, Bridget Rowe. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. Hello, Ellen Brover. And there's Mary Lemke. Linda Scott is here. Hi, Margie. Margie's on her way to Florida pretty soon. And maybe, I don't remember when you leave, but I think you're leaving soon. And there is the Crafty Loft Online. I don't know who that is. I don't know. There's such a little picture of your face, but I don't know who your name is. So, hello. Hello, Anna Carter. Hello, Randy. And there is Susan Devine. Yay, Susan. Hi, Connie Moore. Oh, back from the Caribbean. Yay to you. I will get ready to mail your package. It's been a mile a minute here since I got back, and so I owe a few packages to people, and I just literally, I had 8 people that needed to get DSP shares as part of their shares, their product shares that they wanted, and the box was supposed to arrive last Wednesday before I left. And the box was delayed a day, and it arrived Thursday. And I was already at the airport by the time the box arrived. So I just literally at 10, the reason why I was 6 minutes late is because I was putting all that paper out so I can cut it as soon as I'm done with class. So it's coming soon, guys. Hi, Gwen Goda from Hawaii. Hello, Hope. Long time no see. Hi, Jeannie Gertis. Hi, Aunt Patty. And there's Deb Norman. Hi, Mary Carls. Hopefully I can help you fall asleep. Hopefully my voice is soothing and enough to make you want to fall asleep. I hope I help with that. Hi, Donna Grushki. Hi, Nancy Mole. I'm glad you found your stamp. Yay. So Nancy lost her stamp, and she found it before I even had a chance to email her back. It does seem like forever because it was last week. Oh, I don't even remember. We did a live on Monday, I think. Could it have been Monday or Tuesday? Yeah, Monday. Because I had class on Wednesday evening, and it was only in person. So yeah, it's been a little while. Thanks for the thumbs up, Mary. Hi, Polly Libby. And there's Donna Palazzola. There is my purple princess from Pennsylvania. Hi, Michelle. There's Wanda. And who else is here? Jean Shoot. Oh, you guys. Oh, you're going to kill me. Oh, I know how I can make it happen. I was going to say, there's a class sign-up sheet, but it's in my book on the dining room table. Hi, Jean Shoot. There's Mary Novak. Hi, Shirley. And Doris. Hi, Mimi. Definitely a lot accomplished, yes. Oh, I'm looking forward to Sunday morning. It's I call Sunday mornings when I don't have anything going on. I call them sleep-in Sunday to make up for the lack of sleep that I get throughout the week. And when I can get a sleep-in Sunday, it resets everything, and I get recharged for the whole week. And so I could get like 10 or 12 hours of sleep and sleep till 11 o'clock on Sunday, and that helps me. So that's what I'm definitely going to need on Sunday. Oh. 6 canceled flights. Later arrived at Philly 7 p.m. There was no one to open the airplane. Oh man, it sounds like they had the rigmarole. Energizer Bunny. It doesn't, I don't feel like I'm going like the Energizer Bunny, but I don't feel like my eyes feel like it. Hi, Becky Gandolfo. Becky, I'm so excited to tell you the great news. So, Becky, along with a few other people, have been patiently waiting for the 2026 PDF schedule. I have a document that I've been creating since 2016, which lists by class type the dates and then the names of the products that I'm using. And I completed that. I am so excited because I got stranded one more night. We weren't stranded. We were in a nice home with my aunt and uncle and with roof over our head. It was all good. But because I was there for one extra day, I got that done on Tuesday night. And, oh, it's Trisha Fagley. So, Trisha, I was going to guess that it was you, but I didn't recognize the Crafty Loft online as being you. Usually you had a different a front part. So on Tuesday night, I worked on it, and the exciting news is that Karen Wetstein proofread it for me, found all of my errors that I made, because I made a bunch, because I was bopping around all over between everything and trying to work off my little baby calendar, and it's needing to get updated. So Becky, I'm at a point where my goal is, when this live is done, is to go upstairs and do that first and foremost and send it out an email with you guys, letting you know that it's ready to go and reminding you that the showcase is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central. So I thought you'd be excited to hear that, Becky, and the other people that were asking for it. Hi, Eileen. There's Linda Scott. Are there help videos on the Facebook demonstrator planning place for the new positioner tool? If so, how do we get them? I have not heard if there are help videos, but I did see in my news feed last week, whenever it came out, I saw Patty Bennett did a 1-day order to get her stamp positioner, and I saw a post from her saying that she had all these things to do, but the one thing on her list that she was looking forward to doing the most, or something along those lines, don't quote me, I mean, I just looked at it for 30 seconds, was that she couldn't wait to use it and share what she found with it. So not to lead you to another person, but I feel like Patty Bennett, you could search her Facebook page and see what's, or her website, and see if she has something. And if anybody else knows of a different demonstrator who did something showing off the stamp positioner tool, you are more than welcome to let us know to help answer that question. I'm all about sharing information. If you guys have it, you can share it. I'm good with that. I got it. I took it out of the box yesterday and I set it on my table. And I looked at the box and I thought, do I open you up or do I let you sit? And you know what? I let it sit because there were more, there were bigger fish to fry than that. I've got other irons in the fire at the moment. Sarah Mitchell, I will definitely tell my mom that. I've been telling that to her all week because every time somebody sends me a text or an email saying the cookies are delicious, I have been telling my mom that. And the great thing is that she was with me for the last few days, so I could just say, hey, Mom, so-and-so likes the cookies. Mom, so-and-so said the cookies were good. And she'd be like, oh, that's good. She really likes to hear that. Hi, Susan Bellamy. All right. Purple Passion. Oh, she said, I want purple hearts and bee emojis. So I don't know how to get purple hearts and emojis in the YouTube, but in my text messaging, for people that I know that like purple, I try to use purple hearts. And if you're on my team, I put the bee in. But hi, Jean Turlier. But other than that, I don't know, girlfriend. Jean, we did your 3D project today. Yay for the escape. There's Debbie Boyko. Debbie, I'm sorry I missed you down in Florida this past weekend. It was great. I had some time with my girls. There were 7 with me, and so I got to meet with them. So a couple gals came from, Christina and Susan came from Lakeland, and Cheryl came from Hudson, Florida, and then Sherry and Gloria came. Gloria's from Apollo Beach, and then Sherry is from Tampa, and then Denise came up from Punta Gorda. And we had a nice Saturday socializing, talking, chatting, catching up, and got to spend that time with some of my bees from South Florida. And Debbie was down there, but she couldn't make it. So it's a little bit farther away than it worked for her. So yay. Oh, it is Super Bowl. Oh. Wait, what? No, the first isn't Super Bowl. Sweet dreams on Sunday morning as well. Stay warm. Oh, haha. I read that to say Super Bowl Sunday, but it's not. That's the following weekend. I was a week off, right? Because I think the Super Bowl is the 8th or the 7th or something. Yeah, I don't know where I got that from. Ignore my comments. Just speaking out loud. And are there... Okay, so hello, Holly Paplo. Donna Rose is here. Hi, Donna. Rachel Tessman has one. Okay, so there you go, you guys. Rachel Tessman, a phenomenal person. She just did a video on that. She's amazing. She would be a good person to watch. And here comes Bigger Tigger. Ooh, 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 he's walking this way. He's like, Mom, there's so many things in my way. Here he goes. Yep, hello, kitten. Everybody sees you. All right. Pamela Pick at Piccadilly Stamping did a video on the stamp positioning tool as well, you guys. Good job. Thank you for letting us know that, Deb. Hi, Dan Dawn. And there's Sue Deppis. And just asking if others on YouTube saw this. Just asking if you others on YouTube said this. Is she willing to share her recipe? Oh, Mary Novak. For the oatmeal raisin cookies, can you send me a note? If you send me an email, I'll take a picture of them from the cookbook. And I will put them in the Facebook group. And I will try to remember to put it into the Google Drive as well for the cookies. My mom shares all the recipes. It's kind of like me with cards. That was definitely a Caffer. Kind of like me with cards. You guys, I share everything. I don't say like, nope, you can't take pictures, or no, you can't share my stuff. Like share, 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 create, inspire, 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 right? So my mom's the same way with cooking. The only thing is sometimes the recipe says it a certain way and she tweaks things a little bit. And so those little tweaks that she might do aren't necessarily on the recipe. But just like crafting, right? You can improvise. Oh, Marissa's calling. Oh, man, Marissa. So sorry. I'll call you back. Just like card making, you can improvise and change up the recipe for a card. About an oops in the red for the... Okay, Mimi, I think I saw it. I don't know if I responded. I don't think I responded yet, but I think we got it figured out. Okay, the Leapers Crafting Retreat. Donna, I was going to email you back. So Feline Mays has already asked, too, could she get the version of the Leapers Crafting Retreat mailed to her? And I was going to copy the email I sent to Feline with a great explanation and send it to you, and I just haven't had a moment to do that. But for those that are wondering, I just sent an email about the Leapers Crafting Retreat. I did that also on Tuesday night because I was in Florida for one more night. So an extra thing I got crossed off my list before I left. So I've been doing the Leapers Crafting Retreat since the year 2020 because leap year was that year, and February 29th landed on a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. And what happened is that's why we called it the Leapers Crafting Retreat, because that just happened to be the weekend. And it's an in-person event where everybody brings their own things to work on. I don't do much for it at this point. I used to book a hotel and we would rent out a space in a hotel, and we did that 2 years in a row. And it got to be the point where I only had about 10 to 11 people that would register, and I have a beautiful space here. And so we moved it from a hotel to here. And so we've had it 4 times here already. And what it entails is everybody brings what they want to work. They get half of, so this table here is 9 feet. So people get half, and then I put tables on the end, and I usually have between 10 and 12 people that come and work on whatever they want to do. They bring theirs. So it's kind of hard to share that with others because I'm not providing anything. The things that I do provide are a couple small make and takes, and it's 2 each day, and they're usually smaller 3D projects, kind of like this thing would have been something that I would have done as one of the make and takes. And the beautiful thing is, over the last, I don't know, Mary Lemke's watching, she helped me out last year, and I think she helped me the year before. I leave Mary Lemke in charge, which is usually good. I think that she it's all good. I don't know what goes on in the hive. They have an amazing time together. She keeps everybody corralled up, and maybe they keep her corralled. I don't know how it works, but she has helped me plan the 3D projects. So she makes 12 of them. She sets it up for 12, usually 11 people plus me. And then she puts them on the counter 2 each day. And sometimes she just puts all 4 of them out. And she just brings the party. And I actually have a birthday party. I have a double birthday party. My 2 nieces' birthday party is that weekend. And so I actually plan to be in Arlington for the birthday party, because I am not going to miss it. At this point, I used to miss those birthday parties, and I reached a point in my life where I can't miss my niece's birthday parties and my nephew's all their stuff. So I'm gonna put Mary in charge and let her do her thing and help get the food out. My mom's making all the food, and like I'll have Mary lined up so she can just help it all get put out and help it all get put away, and then I'll be back and everything will be good. So I'm a little bit in charge, but removed from it a little bit, and so there's really not much to mail out or do. So it's not offered as a virtual thing. What happens is we find that people get kits from me that are local, and they don't always have time to put them together. And so I do have a handful of my local gals here that they come and they bring their past classes that they have not put together, and they use that time to get classes put together, because it's hard for them to find time to craft at home because things come up. So what you could do if you were interested in doing the Leapers Crafting Retreat, you could set aside that time for yourself and say, hey, I'm doing my own Leapers Crafting Retreat, and I'm going to do it at home, and I'm going to make sure I have some uninterrupted time of stamping and making things or crafting or doing whatever you want to do, and set that time. Mark the calendar and say, I'm doing it with them, even though I'm not really doing it with them, right? Use it as an incentive for you guys to be like, okay, well, if they're going to do that, I want to do that too, right? But there's not much to mail. And other than that, I have a prize patrol that I give everybody in a little goodie bag of, usually I give everybody adhesives, some fresh adhesives and a cello pen. So that's what that is all about, in case anybody else is wondering. So good question. Hi, Linda Hunt. Hello, Feline Mays. And, oh, the cruise. Nancy, I don't know if I saw your question about the cruise, but I'll look for it, and it won't be today and it won't be tomorrow. I honestly, at this moment, emails are going to be kind of on the back burner for a little bit. We have this showcase showdown tomorrow morning, and I'll work on emails while I work on class registrations. But for those people that want information on the cruise, yay, good job, Elaine. She got me. See, I can give her a heart. Good job. So for those people that want information on the cruise, here's what you want to do. You want to go to my website, right? cardsbycrispy.com, right there, that one. Go to that one. And what you want to do is go to the resources section of my website, right? So if you're on your phone, it's the 3 little lines, and otherwise it's under resources. I talked to you guys here, a little update about how I got delayed. So hopefully those people that look at the announcements and what's up, you saw that. I also emailed out the Endless Love TCC PDF. And then right underneath that, we have Stampin' on the Seas. All right. So this is probably the easiest place to go find it, because you could also go through my events calendar and toggle all the way forward to July. But I'm going to leave this link here for forever, for a while. And what you do is when you click on it, it takes you to the event. So all the information that I have is here. So Nancy, if you didn't read through this yet and you still have a question, and you have a question, read through this first. And if you have a question after that, then let me know. But read through this, get some information out of here. And the main thing is Eva's phone number is here, and her email address. You need to reach out to her. And she wanted me to remind everybody, because she's like, people aren't knowing what's going on. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you need me to do to add to this? So she said, add this verbiage that cruise pricing is based on double, oh man, there's a spelling error. Cruise pricing is based on double occupancy. However, it can be priced for the sole traveler. The ship offers everything from economical inside staterooms that start maybe around $1,100-ish to $1,200-ish, all the way up to luxurious suites that are about $3,000, right? So in a nutshell, you're booking your cruise part right now, which is an independent thing to do from the stamping crafting part. I have been working with Tina Rappy. I need to reach out to Patty Bennett. You guys, they weren't on my radar, and like I needed to accomplish the 65 things that were on my list before I start working on something for 2027. So the stamping part is going to be run very similar to other people who do cruises. There's going to be a registration fee, and then there'll be a stamping order that needs to be done, right? So I'm going to look at what Patty does. I'm going to look at what Tina does. I'm going to look at what Kirsten does. I'm going to look at whoever does cruises, and I'm going to take all the bits and parts and the best parts that I think are in all of them and try to make something Mac Daddy of it all, right? So that's my thought. So that part has not been determined. Just know that there's a cabin price and right now all you need to do is make a deposit, get that booked so you're set and on the ship. I think I have space a minimum is 80. The max I'm going to do is 90. She said it's going to be tight at 100. She's like, I don't even want you to think about 100, but you could do 90. I'm hopeful to get 80, right? So that's what I'm hoping for. And right now I'm guessing I'm at 20 people have already made deposits with only talking about it since December-ish or the end of November. So I have 20 people that have booked and made their deposit. So to make a deposit, it's a $500 deposit per room. And if you have 2 people in your room, it's $250. And then you don't have to make final payment, I think, until May of 2027. So if that doesn't help answer your question, Nancy, between what I just said and the event, then just let me know. But otherwise, just send me an email, say, yep, I got my question answered. And if you're still waiting on the answer, just forward it back to me so I see it at the top of my inbox. So, yes, Mary Lemke says we have fun. We certainly do. All right, Linda Hunt, I hope you are staying warm. Yeah. Yep. We got the fireplace roaring. Yep. I realized that I have had a stuffy nose since the beginning of December, right? So December 9th is the day I mark it. And I went to Florida and my stuffy nose went away. And I came back and within 3 hours of being home, I got a stuffy nose back. So you guys hear that? Yep, that's great. That's attractive, right? So I'm rationalizing in my head. It might have something to do with the fireplace, and that it's maybe the wood that Tyler's burning is giving me a stuffy nose. That's very well could be what it is. So, but yeah, so I have that to deal with yet. Oh, Feline says, I would love to come and stay for a month in order to get all my past classes finished. Oh man, Feline, you should come out for a month, right? We could put you up at mom and dad's bed and breakfast, right? That would be nice. And Ellen Rover says she's down to 12 kits. And you started 2020 with 75, Ellen. Wow, good job for you, girlfriend. Nice work. Holy Moses and a half. That's pretty phenomenal. Talk about the past class challenge on yourself. I love it. That's okay. The trip isn't for a while. Okay, Nancy. Well, I will find your email, and when I get to it, if I think it still needs an answer, I'll definitely let you know. This is Donna Grushki. The sneak peek is for tomorrow at 10 a.m. So between now and 10 a.m., 2 more cards are going to get designed. That is the goal. And then I have everything ready and buttoned up. I might not have the registration form complete with the pictures, but I will have the showcase video. Will have all the cards ready to go. So you can start at Leapers. Yes, Mary Lemke, very good. Feline, yes, Feline, you could start at the Leapers Crafting Retreat. Yeah. I have a question about the stamping. Oh, okay. So Nancy, I don't have any answers about the stamping crafting part. So there you go. So I have nothing. I have nothing except for I need to research and talk to people and figure that part out. You guys, there will be class. There will be stamping. There's gonna be mini classes. There's gonna be products. There's gonna be prize patrol. There's gonna be like how I do one of my events for the escape. Like there's gonna be stuff, right? And it's gonna be, and I have to figure out if it's only on cruising. Yeah, nope, no thoughts on that right now. That's past my capacity right now. Hi, Cindy Runtree. What are you and Kelly calling the monthly alternative paper pumpkin class? Do you have a name for it? Yeah, it's called the watercolor. Here, I'll tell you. Hubby is bringing me a paper pumpkin kit or 2 to work on. Oh, good, Linda. That should help you pass some time. That's exactly it. Michelle wants to know if anybody wants to share an inside cabin. I need to create a landing spot for people who want to share or looking for roommates, okay? I need to do that. So some of you have asked me for help getting roommates because you want to go, but you don't have anybody to go with. I will figure out how I'll create a Google spreadsheet where you can fill out your information, and I'll try to start connecting people. How does that sound? See, another thing that should have been on my to-do list, roomies. Yep, I'll figure that out, you guys. Hi, Sherry Stewart. No, Mary Lemke is not due to the cold weather. I don't think it is, because I didn't have a stuffy nose for the first 3 hours I was in the house. And I got it like right after it was by 9 o'clock last night, I had a stuffy nose again. So presentation directions from the escape. Will they be posted in the escape group? I haven't promised them. I made certain that every presentation had, if there was a specific measurement, that those measurements were provided within the video itself. Oh, Nancy Mole and Michelle Foran, you guys could connect somehow outside of here. If you guys one of you wants to send me a note and say, hey, can you give me Michelle's or give me Nancy's information, we can do that. So Donna, I didn't promise it. I felt horrible after the last escape in autumn that it took us October, November, December, January. It took us 4 months to get that tutorial. I did not feel good about that. And so I made no promises because I know how busy Jolene is helping me with all my other tutorials. And this was one more thing on her plate. I put it out there that if she has time and she'll do it, if she has time, she will do it. And what I promised to everybody is that if you're looking for measurements, if you're looking for something, what you need to do is go to, let's think here. I put them in Facebook. So just for example, I should pin all of them too, is what I should do. If you have somebody's presentation, I'm going to find one and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So there's a presentation from Kelly Beekle, right? Friday presentation, Kelly Beekle. When you go into the comments, we would have the this right here. So Kelly put this in here, right? And Kelly put this in here. Right? So you have the diagram and you have measurements, right? And a picture of her project here. And I could have sworn I had a picture of her other project. Oh, yeah, let's go to all comments. So the other project's not in there. I had it in there. I don't know where it went. So that's what I promised, right? So at least you have this. So if you want to make something now, I'm not holding you back from creating. And that was my bandwidth and Jolene's bandwidth at this moment. I do know that her priorities right now are to get Sweet Bundle, Let's Just Stamp, Product of the Month, and the Paper Palooza, the monthly class for next month, and the Memories and More class to me by the 9th of February, right? So that is a lot. After that, she has a week, hopefully, of limbo where she could work on it, but I'm not gonna promise it either. So that I hate to be like that, but like that, it was hard for the escape to add that one extra thing to the pile. It was almost the straw that broke the camel's back, and I don't need to break any backs. Okay. So it's more important to get the other things done. And especially because I did, like, all of the creative presentations should have a category underneath or a picture underneath with the measurements and the photographs of the project. So that's what I promised. And except for now, I see that Kelly's wasn't in there, and I could have sworn I took it and put it in there, but it's not there. But I'll fix it. Allergic to your cats. Ha ha. No, Kimberly. I'm sorry, did you say when the schedule will be done? I missed that. Becky, I said it would be done by tomorrow morning. It will be in your inbox. If I have, as soon as I'm done with class, and if Tyler's not here, it's going to be the first thing I work on. And I'm going to present an email, hopefully before too late tonight, so that you guys have a reminder about the showcase tomorrow. So it's going to be in that email. So yeah, coming up. Yay! So that was on my list. I promised to work on it. For Becky, I said I was working on it while I was in Florida. And I did, and I got my part done. I just made a lot of mistakes and have a lot of wrong dates. And Karen fixed, she's let me know what they all are so I can fix them. So, all right. Okay. There was a lot of stuff to go over, right? So, you're very welcome, Becky Gandolfo. Becky, your check was in I had a pile of mail when I came back, and there was an envelope from you in my pile. So, I got it. I will send you a note, though, for officially letting you know that. All right, we have ink, paper, scissors tonight. So you should have your yellow golden ticket that says Lovely Blossoms IPS, January 29th of 2026. Okay, so that's class for tonight. I had mentioned earlier that the PDF tutorial wasn't emailed, but at about 5:45 or 20 to 6, I did send everybody who I have registered for this class an email telling you that it's not done and we plan to email it out tomorrow. We got it in our inboxes this morning, and I have not had a moment, and Karen did not have a moment to look at it today, but we plan to look at it and have it out to you by tomorrow sometime before the end of the day, let's say. So just so you know, that is coming. You're not missing it if you don't have it. All right, in here for your kits, there's a piece of white cardstock. This is going to be for a couple cards. It's going to be for the flowers for this card, and a leaf on this card, and the flowers and the leaf on this card, right? So we left it outside of the envelopes because it gets used on 3 cards. And by leaving it outside, I thought we could get our stamping done right away. This last card then has some petal pink flowers, right? Everything seems to be, I think, stamped in Secret C. And you're going to need a sponge dauber. And I have a confession to make. When I put cloud cover ribbon in my computer to order it for this, the cloud cover ribbon that came up was this one. Unfortunately, it is not the same ribbon that's in this kit, but it's all right. We're going to make it work. So I am going to use this exact ribbon, and we're going to make our cards. So the difference between them is this one is, I think, 3/4 of an inch. This is 5/8 inch. This one's 5/8, and that one's a 1/2 inch. So the difference is about 1/8 of an inch, and the way it looks. So I had not used the cloud cover ribbon yet on a class, so I didn't make a big deal of it and think, oh my gosh, it's like the worst mistake in the world. It's not really the worst mistake in the world. It actually is going to be quite all right. And you might even like this ribbon better than this. This one has weird, it's got like, can you see the dimples? There's weird puckerings going on. And not that that's bad. It's just, it's maybe a little harder to work with because of the puckering. So in case you're wondering why the PDF tutorial, when it comes out, or my sample cards here tonight have this ribbon on it, is because we intended to use the new ribbon, and instead we used what came in the annual catalog. All right, so it's just how it goes. And it's how it goes. And it dawned on me, like after we were done, like pretty much like shipping basically. I'm like, yeah, it's too late to do anything different. And the gems, though, are what you have in your kit. So we've got all the gems are spot on. And I have an open pack of gems that I can use right here. So I will plan to use those instead of the unopened pack. And in your kit, then you'll have your 4 envelopes. I have some notes on mine that I've got some issues, but I can figure that out when we get there. And what we also have is a pack of designer series paper. It's a 1/4 pack. Hello, Catherine, from the back to the tundra. Yep, definitely back to the tundra. And this paper is the odd one. So when you have a full sheet, there's all different rectangles on it and squares. And so you'll have 2 different ones because the way we set it up, you'll have 2. Oh, but this paper is even more unique. There's 4 designs with 3 sheets of each one. So you'll have 3 of these sheets, and you'll have basically how this works. There's this pattern must go here, and then this goes like that. And so you're only going to be missing 1/4 of the sheet. Right? And I don't remember what that looks like, but I ended up with this. But we didn't design with this side anyways because we couldn't, it wouldn't work. So we ended up using this side. And then for this one, we've got 3 sheets of this one, and the back side looks like this. So we used it here, and then we used the pink on this card. So we'll get to that momentarily. This one, you'll have 3 sheets of this with that style. And so we didn't use that one anywhere. And we used the diamonds on this background piece there. And then for this guy, it got used here and here. So 2 cards are collectively cohesive, and then these 2 are cohesive. And so on this one, we used the green, which got used over here. So we're going to start cutting our paper, I think, first and foremost. And what we did, oh, you didn't miss roll call. Ha, ha, ha. I don't have my book here, but I do have access to it. And I have forms and responses. Nope, it's under shared with me. Class signups. I have it. Oh man, am I gonna be able to do this? January. There. Okay, let's see how I can do this. Okay, I can do it. Yay. Okay, I got roll call electronically. All right. First on our list is Francis Rodriguez, and then we have Connie Moore, Rita Steffi, Linda Scott, Bridget Rowe, Hope Toy, Kimberly Snow, Jeannie Parker, Lori Baxter. I'm laughing or internally laughing. I don't know if Jean Terwilliger is paying attention right now, but this takes me back to a conversation with Jean Terwilliger that I had 2 years ago, and I was not ready to have an electronic sign-up sheet that I loved my purple book and my book, right, where I write all the things in. And I'm chuckling to myself because it's come in very handy having this electronic right now, because I don't have to run to the house to get it. And look at me being all technologically like working for me. All right. So back to, we had Lori Baxter, and then Michelle Foran, Wanda Zerman, Sherry Stewart, Linda Polasek, Vicky Rodriguez, Debbie Gast, Feline Mays, Barbara Gobby, Linda Hunt, Ellen Brover, Jean Shute, Julie Bontranger, Doris Munson, Patty Wright, Leslie McMinn, Carmen Melendez, Donna Grushke, Susan Bellamy, Angelique Schaefer, Susan Devine, Laura Sullivan, Sherry Everett, Donna Rose, Sandy Coy Emery, Kelly Gibson, Karen Woods, Trisha Fagley, Margene Eskelson, Mary Jo Stoll, Kathy Crumpton, Lynn Beasley, Mary Carls, Sue Deppis, and Pat Rowell, Karen Wetstein, Cindy Runtree, Carmen Sanders, Donna Palazzola, Julie Bierschbach, and Julie Block. Yay! Okay, so thank you to everybody. I just read off your name. You registered for this class and got kits from me. I greatly appreciate your support. If I didn't say your name, please reach out to me to make sure I get this class for you. I have plenty of this class available, so if I did miss saying your name for any reason and you think you signed up for it, or if you didn't sign up it and you do want it now, that you watched the class and you're like, yeah, I want to get this class, just reach out to me. I think that was 50 plus, and Diane had 8 and we kitted for 80. So I think there's 20 sets of this card class left. So it's a big class, but I have about, we cut for 80, and I know that between Diane and me, and we're only at like 60. So I feel like there's 20 spots left for this. And I'm Frances Rodriguez. I plan on right after yes, you're on the list. You were first, Frances. I think you were the first one I read off. For anybody who has registered for this class, so all those names that I just read off, I think what I'm going to do at this point is I have the card kits, right? These card kits right here. Okay, so let's say there's these card kits plus the white piece of paper. I haven't figured out the pricing yet, because the price of this class includes the gems, the ribbon, the card kits, and the designer paper. I have to single out what the cost would be of the card kits, and I am going to put it out there that if anybody who are not, so this is only if you've already registered or you register for the full thing, that you could sign up to get another set of cards, just the card kits. It wouldn't include the gems, the ribbon, or the DSP. So it would be the card kits as they are. I've had people asking about that in the last few months. Like, hey, can I just buy the card kits? So I would say only for those people who have already registered for the class, I would allow them to order the card kits. And so if I have anybody that's interested in that, I could make that happen for November's ink, paper, scissors and this ink, paper, scissors. And there's a couple others where I have some extras more than what I really need to have extra of card kits. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know via email, and we'll go from there. That's all I'm going to put out there on that, I think. So, all right. A bunch of you are here. So proud for you embracing the spreadsheet. Oh, I wondered, did you think about that when I was pulling it up, or did it take me to say that? And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I remember that. Oh, man. Okay, let's get some cutting going. We have our paper trimmer here, and we're going to do some easy cuts first, and then we're going to do some of the more intense ones. But these two right here are the same size. So let's grab those first. And I'm going to do them at 3 and 13. There's no up and down to this to me for what I see. So I'm going to do 3 and 13/16 here. Use this for my envelope flap by 5 1/16. And, all right, so that is on the inside, our envelope, that. Okay, so that's that one. But we need a second one because it's the same setup over here. So it's 3 and 13/16 by 5 1/16. For those that have been stamping with me for a while, that is a classic number that will never get old. So that would be for this card, right? So I'm going to set this with this one. I'm just going to put it off to the side here. I'll grab this for here. And then this one now on this is 5 1/4 by 4. And make sure your stripes are going the right way. So the stripes need to go this way. And so what we're going to do is cut it at 4 inches. That still leaves for an envelope flap. And then 5 1/4. And let's see if I used that on the inside. I did. So I used that on the inside. Right? So those are easy cuts. This one's not so shabby either. It's a number. It is 3 3/8 by 3 1/2. Okay? So 3 3/8 wide by 3 1/2. So let's grab this guy. And 3 3/8. So let's do the 3 3/8. So 3 3/8 here by 3 1/2. 3 3/8 by 3 1/2. Let's hope I did that right. I think I did. Yep, perfect. Okay, that's it for this one then. There's no other designer paper. We have something to stamp, but that's it for designer paper for this one. So put you there. All right, these squares right here are the same DSP. It'd be nice to see if we get that out of here, and we should. I even made, when we were making this card, we made little baby templates of the sizing of things, right? So I have here, that goes here, that goes here, and that goes here. Right, so I have a little baby template here of the sizing of that. And this paper is 2 by 2 1/8 and 2 1/8 by, so it's 2 1/8 wide. So we should be good to go at 2 1/8 here. So let's take this piece and make it 2 1/8. And this one's by 2. So that guy goes up here. Good. And then this other one is 2 7/8. So put that guy like that. Right, so that's the one that goes down here. All right, so these, we can look at this. Oh man, oh man, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so close. It's so close that I'm gonna use it. This piece is a hair bigger, but you see there's nothing in the middle. You can't see the middle, so we can make it work. We can always split it and cut it. So let's switch gears. I'm gonna bop around here. Oh, I should have left those out because they have sizes on them. Hang on, we'll leave them there. This size is, it must be 1 15/16 by 3 7/16. But it's 1 15/16 wide. And you have this piece right here because it was the back side of this. So 1 15/16. So it's one little tick mark before the 2. Okay. And what happens is that's what's going to fit here. But we're a hair short. But what we can do is cut it in half and do the splits with it. All right. So very, very cool. That will work for this. I'll set that there. Then there's this little piece that's left. And that is, oh man, look at this. Oh, I'm going to do it. All right, you guys, we have this scrap left. And it's just a hair, like not as tall. But what we can do is cut it in half and put part over there. And we can put part over there. I'm going to work with this. But it really is, in case inquiring minds want to know, it is 1 1/4 by 4. Right? So, well, that'll be fine. But that should be all the DSP for that one. If you want for your envelope flap, you could use this for your envelope flap, but we'll come back to that. Then for this one, there's a diamond. Diamonds are forever, ever, ever. 1 1/4 by 4. So these diamonds are going this way, and I like the diamonds to be going this way. So I want a 1-inch strip here. So we're gonna do 1 inch here, right, by 4. I'm gonna go a hair past 4, just in case it needs to be a hair. I can always trim it off. So that goes with this. We have an envelope flap there. We don't have an envelope flap for this one, right? So what I'm gonna do is cut this at, I don't think we need that. I'm gonna cut this at 2 1/4. Use this for an envelope flap for this card right here. Oh, I have it already. Oh, oops. Oh well. All right. Don't cut your paper in half. I was thinking we needed an envelope flap for that, and we don't. I could use it on this one though. Yeah, I'll use it on this one. Okay, so envelope flap for this guy is this one. So we have some rectangles left here. We've got this little dude and this little dude. So those are 1 1/2, and they're the greenies, which is this one, not that one. It is this one. Oh, it's this guy. Okay, so we used quite a bit of this one. So you want 1 1/2 this way. And then you need 2 7/8, and you need 2. So let's do 2 7/8 and 2. Good. So that goes here, and that goes there. I think that's it. So we got plenty of paper left over. I think that's it. We'll find out. We'll find out as we get going. Okay. You love how you show. Yay! Isn't that cool? I was so excited when that came together like that. I didn't plan for that to come out like that, but that certainly did work good. I don't think I have, I think I have an envelope flap for all of them. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to call that ready for us to start working on our cards. And I'm okay with this being a blue envelope flap because it's got club cover in it. And let's see, we're going to do some stamping. So let's grab the cards here. And there's a white piece of paper right here. And we're going to go ahead and pull the wrong green. Did you? That is too small, the wrong green. Is this? What do you mean it's too small? Oh, it is too small. I grabbed the wrong piece. Ha ha. Good job, guys. I was like, what did I do? I must need this one. That's what they're telling me. See? There it is. Okay, good job, guys. Like it. Hi, Joy Moody. Better late than never. Okay, so you're going to look for the one with the petal pink. And I think it is that one. There should be a scrap of petal pink in one of the cards. And it's not that one. So it wasn't the bottom one, and it wasn't that one. It's the top card. Underneath your golden ticket, there's going to be a piece of petal pink in here that looks like this. That's for your flowers. Okay. So what we need to do is get our stamping on and put you with the golden ticket. So I find you later with my ticket. We're going to need this flower and you need to go in here because you were very helpful. And we need the leaf. Okay, and the small flower. Very good. We'll need, that's it. Okay, so let's see what we got. We need Secret Sea ink. We use that on all of them. For the petal pink, we're gonna need, so I gave you lots of extra paper, I guess. I should have had the magic of TV here, but we can go like this. Okay. We really, really tried hard for, if you have these exact stamps, to not have to do any coloring, scrap, whatever you want to do with it. We tried to make them look different enough, and this is what we ended up with. So this is too big, and a small, and 2 leaves. So we got to be strategic with our space here. I haven't practiced this yet, but I'm going to cross my fingers that I think it works. So we need a total of 3 big flowers. Oh, there's plenty of space. So here, I think. No, hopefully I didn't say that too soon. So then we need a flower here. Put you like that. You fit right there. Okay, so these 2 for that card. These 2 for that card. Oh man, now we gotta fit 2 leaves yet. Ooh. That guy's gonna go like that. He's gonna go down there. Okay, so we're gonna do the leaf next. If this doesn't work, if at first you don't succeed, we're just going to try again on the other side. Holy Moses, I don't know if you're that great. What are you, old olive? Okay. Let's see what you stamp here. Oh, that's not a very good ink pad. Very light. Okay. And then this flower could fit there. Oh, I think we're golden. Delicious, like an apple. Okay, there's our flower there. My ink pad is not happy right now. Look at us go here. We just need 2 leaves. So my ink pad upstairs is very juicy. That one is not, and so it's a little lighter, but I think it'll still work. But there's a template. You could have potentially snuck this one up a little bit more and gotten 1 more flower, but if I do my math right, we need 3 and 2 and 2 leaves. And I think we got it. So you don't want to take too much space, right? Definitely don't go too crazy with taking a lot of space. If it doesn't turn out this way, you can always flip it over and use the other side. The other thing is I always cut these apart so that I'm not putting my dies next to each other closely. So that's over there. That. And I should have done the magic of TV, but I didn't think that far ahead, you guys. Lovely arrangements is the set here. And you're gonna need that one, the leaf, and this flower. So we did use that label on this card right here, so that got utilized, right? And then we did use that guy on this card. And these leaves got a lot of love, all right? Tons of love. All right. We get to get die cut happy now. So we can, I got the machine right next to me, so we gotta take a second. We'll die cut these all out. And once the die cutting is done for these, we should be golden. Definitely buffering for you too. Well, I'm not buffering, which I'm glad for that. Gosh, you guys, we haven't had buffering issues for a long time. Complete with cat fur stuck on that one. So, if you don't know how to find this, I just take it and I spin it around. So there's a Humpty Hump right there. And I see that Humpty Hump right there. But otherwise, just take it and spin it around into a circle. And then you should find that. So we're going to put that guy there. All right. So we got these staged. Let's put these off to the side. Did you notice what happened there? I pressed kind of hard. And you guys notice that with the stamps that you've been getting? They're not cutting the outside here down as much. And so it leaves it really close to the surface, and if you press down too hard, you're getting the halo. And I didn't notice it, but it's on that one too. I had a really bad, I don't know if I saved the picture. I bought that Good Luck set. You see, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. They sent me a new set because it was not that good. Let me just see if I even have it in here yet. Oh, I didn't show you guys pictures. So I said I didn't take many pictures, but I did take a few pictures. So there's the group of gals that we got to hang out with on that Saturday. So that was that. And then I went to the beach with Cheryl and my mom and my uncle. So there's my aunt. So there, we did get a little sun, Mary Lemke. Anyway, she's probably waiting for a picture to send me. And then Cheryl Taylor, I got to hang out with her for a little bit. And then that's basically it for pictures. Not many. And did I save that picture from the... Yeah, I did. This is what was happening. In case you guys get this stamp set, I got that Good Luck stamp set. So in the groove here, just like what happened here, the black is filling in the line, and it shouldn't be. And then here it was filling in here. And on this guy, it was making all those little dots. Look at that. Like, that is not crisp and clean. So the edging was not great. And if you press down too hard, you got complete with a cat fur right there. But you got clumping. And right here, that wasn't good. So they sent me a new set. It actually arrived while I was gone. So you guys, that's what I'm noticing a little bit. So like, that is exactly what I'm seeing there. And I don't think that ever used to, I never used to notice that. So you guys, I'm watching right along with you, and I'm not buffering. So I don't know what's going on, but it could, oh, here, look at that, I have tape right here. So I don't know if it's something that is up with your internet, maybe not getting enough energy, or not energy, but whatever the word is, juice, to do the download, because I'm not certain. All right, so there's that, and then here's this. So guys, appease me for a moment, because I did not do the magic of TV. All right, so there's one set. So you go here. So if you do not have the lovely arrangement stamp set, I challenge you to go looking, and you got this class from me, I challenge you to go looking through your arsenal of stamps and find a different flower stamp set or leaf stamp set or flower and leaf stamp set that you could use, because we gave you enough white paper to stamp some flowers on, and there's been plenty of flowers that you can use through the years. So I look for that Humpty Hump right there. There it goes, right like that. And then once you tell me what you're going to use, share, or once you know what you're going to use, tell me, so others can see what stamps that you're using in case they don't have this one. Yes, few picks mean I was in the moment, relaxing, or like, yeah, like definitely working on the computer. Can't deny that. All right, so, ooh, you gotta be really careful with the tape, because sometimes it does take a little layer off. So that tape's done. All right, but we're not done. There is tape right there, and look for the little Humpty Hump, and there's the Humpty Hump. You're like, what is she talking about? There's humps all the way around this. There's a special Humpty Hump right there. And if you find one that looks different than the rest, you can generally draw your eye to it. All right, so that's done. Then put this guy here. That, and then this goes with the card over here. Done with the leafy. Okay. Go with that one. All right, here my Humpty Hump is that guy right there, and that. When I find him, it's so much more efficient of my time. Okay, that goes there. These go over here. That's done. Okay. Last one. It's perfect. You go there. Okay. Okay. That should be done for the night then. Retire that. And well, put you there. Very good. So this is called Lovely Arrangements. The suite name is called Lovely Blossoms. I'm going to grab my book real quick of this. In case anybody's curious, I still have some designer series paper samplers available, and I like to show these off, especially when I'm working with a suite. So Lovely Blossoms. So normally you get 6 two-sided sheets, but with this one you get 3 four-sided sheets. I said it wrong. You get 3 two-sided sheets. No, you get 4. You get 3. Oh man, this is hard. There's 4 and you get 3 of each. Say it like that. All right. So good to know. But I still have some samplers was my point. Those words were hard. Okay. Very good. Let's go to the first one here and see what we have. It's pink. All right. Yay to pink. And it's the one with the squares, which is this one. All right. So we're going to move you guys out the way. Move. Get out the way. Burnish. All right, then in this one you'll have the 2 flowers that we just cut out. You'll have a leaf, like 2 double leaves, and what we did is you have a double here, and then you're going to need to snip these apart, right? So this one can go there, and that one can go there. Now they may not be the exact ones that I have in the sample here, but it was easy for my gals to cut 2 of the doubles than it was to cut a double and then 2 singles, okay? So that's how you get the 2 singles like that. All the single ladies, all the single ladies. So you have here this piece of designer paper. You can totally see we utilize the inside. You want to do a dry fit just to make sure you're good in the hood, right? And then this is going to go like that. And we have a white inside. Oops, I just lost my guy here. And then it's double matted. It doesn't last long. Okay. And you guys, I haven't been buffering the whole time. So, stupid commercial though. You'll get that. And, okay. Let's see. We got happy birthday. Now these words come from the stamps. So, let's grab, oh, what did I put on the inside? Sending lots of love your way to celebrate this special day. I know where it's from. Does anybody else want to guess where it's from? If anybody is curious, I mean, I'm going to go grab it in a moment here, but if you're curious if anybody, I probably didn't give you a lot of good clues here. Let's have you see. We've used it. We used it on the monthly class, in case anybody remembers that. I will grab it from my tote of cards. There's that. Nancy, well, you don't have commercials. You probably get YouTube subscription on a monthly basis if you pay the monthly fee. I accidentally got signed up for that, and I pay $14.76 a month for it. And I didn't know that in the beginning and I didn't because I hadn't checked my credit card statement. And all of a sudden, I was like, oh, I don't get any commercials either. Well, somehow randomly while I was scrolling through YouTube, I accidentally and inadvertently signed up for it. And now I've had it for probably 2 years. But it's, I guess, nice not to have commercials, because otherwise I would have commercials with you guys as well. I think you get commercials during, I'm pretty certain, I don't know, somebody else can answer that, but I'm pretty certain you get commercials in the replay too. All right, so let's see. We've got happy birthday. We need the secret C. Under the sea, darling, it's better. Down where it's wetter, take it from me. A little mermaid, you guys. All right, so this little punch, and then there's the next card and the next card. That's that triple banner punch. It's not the triple banner punch, but it's a banner punch that has 3 images, that get, 3 shapes that get punched out. All right, so there's that. And now I'm gonna go get the stamp set for the saying from my box over here. I didn't see anybody that guessed it, but it is from Valentine Kisses. Right, I love it. Sending lots of love your way to celebrate this special day. Gonna love it in an instant. It's perfect for a birthday saying. For like lots of sayings, not just like it could be Valentine's and birthday and whatever you want it to be. But because you gotta always send lots of love. And put you right there. Huh. The stamp was on the block, a little bit wampus, like the kitty kind. The kitty wampus is. Let's try again. It's going down and up. So let's see if I got on there better. Okay, so let's go like this. All right, that's good. And then this guy, I noticed he's got a little paper hanging on the edge of him. Let's get that off. All right, so I think we got all the stamping done for this one. So we're talking about this is the Beekeeper's Guide. Punches right here. It's called the 3, it's called the 3 banner punch. Not the triple banner punch, but the 3 banner punch. Absolutely love the triple banner punch. Okay, so let's get our glue happinesses on. So this one can get glued, this can get glued, that can get glued. This can get glued onto here. All right, so we're gluing the top of this. That's not good, so we're covering you up. That and that. Let's start with this. So these are from the Stylish Shapes. They're nestled squares. Then this is going on the top. Right, like that. Make sure you do your dry fittings first. Oh, hunky noodle boy. He's curled up in like a ball in my light box. This is for our inside. And then that goes here. And then for this one, I have this piece. And it's going to go at the bottom. Oh, and our envelope flap. So let's have that on standby here. Good. Yep, okay, and then this. That could go here. Okay, envelope flap. Put that right there. We'll cut that in a little bit. Okay, and then, so the inside's good. All right. So when I'm looking at this, you can see here, this is 1.25 inches, and that is 1 inch. So I have it north of the equator by a hair. And sometimes you don't necessarily know where to put ribbon. All I knew was I wanted the peakies here to come out to the middle of the ribbon. So without having to guess, because I hate guessing. Oh, I just started buffering. That's the first time I saw that all night. I just started buffering. So I definitely know that when you guys experience, or I experience issues with buffering, that it's never buffers on the replay. So if the buffering is so bad for you that you can't watch, definitely watch the replay. That would be my advice, because it's not worth it getting frustrated. I see it's buffering again. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm only going to take one off. I'm taking the top one off. I'm going to establish where the top one's going to go, right? So, and maybe I want these flowers at the top, right? So I'm going to establish where this is going to go, and I'm going to make sure I'm centered here to here, and I have my, so that's actually 3/4 of an inch from there, and that is about maybe 7/8. So if this is where it's like your time to figure out how high or low you want it, right? But we're only attached at the top here, right? Now that we've got that done, what we can do is glue our arm down, okay? And what you're going to do, because you only have the dimension on the top, you can lift this up and put this so that the diamond peaks are right through the center, right? Okay, right, so you're flush on this side, centered here, and then grab your scissors if you're too long, and now you can trim that off, okay? Again, we're not attached 100%, but that's okay, that's not our plan. Andy Aquisto, hi Ann. Oh, you guys, you got me jinxed now. Now I'm buffering, right? So I'll watch it like that. Maybe it won't buffer like that. Oh, it's buffering. All right, so now I'm going to find here where that goes. 2 waiting in the wings. Right, and then the blue ribbon. So now this is where you're going to have a little bit of a difference in the blue ribbons. Right, because you have the 5/8 versus the 1/2 inch. So if you like it a little thicker like that, you can put 2 of them on top of each other, okay? So what I'm going to do is cut 2 just to show you instead. Okay, just to show you. One looks like this, right? You can put this underneath here. Okay, well, one looks nice too, right? I don't think that looks bad. But if you want it to make it a little more impressive, what you could do is put one up higher and one down lower. Okay, so what I mean by that is go up a little bit north of the middle of that strip. Okay, something like that. And then we're going to put the other one overlapping it slightly, right? You might get caught on the dimensionals, but it's okay. Just pick that up. And now, okay, you're going to need to put the tear and tape on pretty much right away, because there's not a lot of tape that it's sticking to back there. But by doubling that up, you've got it thicker and probably more in tune to 5/8, right? So you made it work. I made it work, right? If you really wanted a little bit wider, okay? So now that that's situated and you got your ribbon on, now is when you can go ahead and pick that off. And get those there. All right, and then these guys, take and glue onto the front of your card. All right. So that little guy right there I did lose my label. It landed on the floor, I think. I thought I saw a putty tat. No. That happy birthday label. When I took my die cutting machine away, I think it went with it, I'll be honest with you. So let's cut this really quick. Like that. And there's just a little bit of envelope flap showing at the bottom. Okay, so we got our envelope flap. And I was trying to buy myself time so I could look for the happy birthday. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. So, not there. Not there. I could have sworn that I heard something or saw something go flying. Did you find the same problem with words not cut right like the images? Did I find the same problem with words not cut out right like the images? I don't think I noticed that. What I've got here is this guy. I've popped it up. Nancy, I'm not quite certain if I noticed anything else with stuff not die cutting properly. I don't think I have too many problems with the die cutting. So I'm going to put some dimensionals. Hi, big boy. Did you take my label? So this, you see a little bit of blue at the top. It overlaps right there. I'm just going to set that down like that for now. And this one, we can put a dimensional there and here. That goes like that. And then I'm going to use a glue dot to pop these two leaves. Oops, I might have put it on the wrong side. We'll go like this for now. These kind of tuck in like that. And then we'll use glue dots on these as well. Hi, Tigger. What's up, big boy? And this one. Put that one up there like that. This one's going to come out over here. I'm working all the way around my label that I can't find. Okay, so this, no. Scissors, not the issue. Okay. What do we say, Elaine? Are you watching, Elaine? Little baby Jesus lost and found. Oh, there it is. Please bring my label around. And there it is before I even finished saying the prayer. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we weren't too far off. This is looking good. Oh, man, stop. Turn around, listen. Let's put this back. Hi, Tigger. Mom, I want you right now. Okay, buddy. What's up, big boy? Kitten, you take up the whole camera. What are we supposed to do with you, handsome kitten? Oh, you think so, huh? Yeah, Mom, I just want to stay right by you. Okay, so the ribbon that is a little bit wider ribbon, we took it and we cut it in half, right? Because it was a little too thick. But with using this ribbon, you don't need to cut it in half. I think you could just take this, fold it in half, and put that right back here. And we're going to use the ribbon scissors. We're going to go like that. And maybe like that. Okay, grab the tear and tape. This goes right like that. And we're gonna put some dimensionals on the back of this. Hi, handsome kitten. Are you protecting my dimensionals? Yeah, Mom, I'm keeping them warm for you. Well, thanks, buddy. Are you gonna like that? Oh, I pulled it out from underneath them. So I don't have any little white dimensionals, so we're just gonna use the black. I don't think you're gonna notice it. Oh, and here's the deal. This one needs a dimensional. And then on the end here, it needs a double stuff chocolate Oreo, I guess. So we'll put 2 over there, 1 here, and then for good measure, we're gonna put 1 right there. All right, this is gonna go right there. Perfect. Not too shabby. So, haha, we did it. We managed to get her done. All right, so what's left on here? The gemsies. All right. Oh, I need some emotional support for my leaves though. They're just barely hanging on by a thread. So we're gonna put a dimensional behind that leaf, like that. And then we're gonna put behind that leaf, right? Otherwise they're gonna be flippy floppy all over the place. I'm gonna put 1 right there, and 1 like that. Okay, then you guys have your Stella pens. Definitely get your Stella on. Stella your leaves. And then for the gems, we've got these. So I've used up all the dark ones on that guy. So we're gonna use 2 big ones, look great in the middle of the flowers. So make sure you don't cover up too much of the middle, like that. And then I've got a blue, medium, and a dark one right there. And then I put a white one there because it was a blue leaf. But if you have white on here, I think that would look okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put 1 right. This is always the hardest part, is picking out what gems to put on your card. Becky, no buffering on my end. Knock on wood, right? All right, we did her. We got her done. Very pretty flowery card. Okay, whoop whoop. So put that away with our matching envelope. Matchy matchy. Set you over there. Put you off to the side here, and let's grab this guy. Hi, Tigger. Need that. Hi, kitten. So we need that. And the card kit. Let's see once if it could be that. I bet it's this one. So we have our inside. Not that one. I had a good shot, 50-50. It's not that one. And then it's got to be the last one. It's not that one. It was this one. Why did that look so weird to me? Oh my gosh, it was that, you guys. Holy Moses. I saw this and didn't think it was this, so completely got me. This is that die cut, and then this is the sacrificial lamb that goes underneath it, right? To help fill in those holes. You've got a double leaf there, and I see an extra leaf in there, so I'm not quite certain if we need that or not, but we've got our leaf here. Oh yeah, there's one right here. Ha ha. It's right here. Oh, I gotta keep it entertaining. Here's the 3-banner punch right here. Okay, and then inside piece and an outside piece. All right. Oh, it's such a big yawn kitten. Make sure you get your corners lined up good. Don't ever trust the way that we fold them. Sometimes they just fold the way they want to. All right, so here's this. Our ribbon goes behind our mat, so we gotta be careful not to do that quite yet. Tigger, you mind if we put that there? No, Mom, you can use me, I don't care. All right, good. So we have this square rectangle goes down here. This one goes up here. Big yawns. Hi, kitten. Right there. Okay, so far so good. And then we can glue these two pieces together. So what we'll do is put a little bit of glue right through the middle there. And you can set this piece right into it. So it's big enough to fit in it, where the scallops are, and it fills up all those little diamondy looking things. Oh, are you waking up? Are you okay that I have that on you, buddy? We're gonna take a chance on Tigger here. We're putting glue all over these guys. So these sides, the opposite, would have been really pretty too if you had a Secret C card with petal pink. All right, so that's gonna go here. And then this one go there. Whoa. Big stretch, buddy. Okay, watch out, buddy. Watch out. All right, let's get this back in action here. There's that. And then here's this guy. Go right there. That goes there. Hi. What's up, Buttercup? Good job, buddy. Okay, so then with the ribbon, you're going to need your tear-in tape. And that back here. So the ribbon, again, is not by base. It's only a 1/2 inch. So it depends on if you want it thicker or not. If you do want it thicker, can make that happen. And by doing that, you're just going to take 2 rows, or 2 pieces, 2 scoops of Raisin Bran. Same concept as before. We're going to take this and go like that. And then this one's going to go slightly over the top of it. So I'm curious. We're going to bring it down a hair so that we're just barely covering up those top 2, the bottom of the top 2 ones, the top 2 ones, like that. And then this one, we're going to slightly overlap it, right? Like that. So it gives the illusion that it's wider. Let's cover that up. And that. And I'll glue this. And we can glue this one. And our, let's grab this guy. Okay. So this will be our inside. This is our outside. Make sure your flowers are facing the right way, up and down. Like that. All right, envelope flap. If you like the crumb cake, you could always you guys got the paper. You could do whatever you want. I'm going to go with this blue and call it a day. Line that right up to the score line. Oh my goodness, I am buffering a lot. That ticker's not been here for a long time. Wow, okay. Wow, okay, that's all right. We're gonna keep her moving. I do know that when it comes time to watch the replay, I don't know if the buffering is gonna be that big of an issue. I'll leave it like that. Okay, good job. All right, that's good. So we've got our envelope flap ready to go. I think what we've got here is just a note. So I got lots of piles of stuff going on. The just a note comes from this set as well. Put these all back. That, and let's get you on here and grab just for men. Right there. Secret C again. Secret C, gotta work out. And we've got it so the little bannery's on the right. And just a note just fits in there. All right, very good. I don't think I have anything on the inside. Oh, I stamped a flower, and I just put the flower back. So let's grab you. Sorry, Becky. You got the buffering. So we're gonna do this. Put that in the corner. And because it's just a note, you can use that for anything. Okay, so buttons on your underwear. This one can get popped up. And then we'll glue our inside in. Tigger's a happy kitten right now. He is making cookie dough, aka biscuits. So this one goes, so we definitely wanted that white behind here. Otherwise you could see all the different patterns through it. And this is, let's see here. I have it closer to the left, so it's a good finger width away from here, and it's 1.5 from this side. And it is kind of centered. I've got this one hump going through the middle of the ribbon. And it's a little closer to the left than to the right. So we'll go maybe like that. Okay, we got our inside ready to go. And that goes right there. Complete with glue on the edge. Good deal. So, let's mark that off. Oh, Sue, I'm glad you're liking the cards. You guys like the cards. Okay, good. Let's see what we got. This, all right, how I would do these flowers. I would put a dimensional in the middle. And not lose my leaf. This guy there and this one here, all right? And then I do like the idea of smaller dimensionals around the edge, and I'm not gonna worry that these are black. I don't think you're gonna see it through. And I'm only gonna take off the middle one for now. I'm not gonna worry about the other ones. The other one's gonna help provide height. And this flower looks like there's that little divot like that. Oh, but if you look at these things, they do face up more this way. So I'm gonna go like this. And I'm not gonna worry, my leaf, I'm not picking these off because my leaf is gonna need to tuck in there. So you see a little bit of the blue hump up here. So I'm gonna just set that there for now. For this guy, for now, I think I can go ahead and take off both of these. This leaf is right about here. So I think that that'll work, something like that. And we'll put, oh, let's use this guy. All right, so this leaf covers the flower a little bit, and the tail gets tucked like that. Something like that. Okay. Eventually, this is going to go right here, and it covers up that. All right, so we've got some little leaves here. We're going to pop these up with dimensionals, and then I think it helps to put glue dots on the stems. So this single lady is going to go over here. And then the doubles, pick those off. You can prep this. This one's going to tuck in on the side here. Like that. Okay, good. Good job. Now, would you pick these off? Yeah, I'd lift this up. And the ones that you can get to, I would pick the backs off, so they're off. I wouldn't worry about the ones that are in the middle. This one was good, that's good. Then for our just a note, it's going to hang out right here. So I need a dimensional there and there. Something like that. Now you've got quite a bit of that hanging off the edge. So what I would do is put 2 of them together. And you're making a double stuffed Oreo, right? And then I'd tuck that there to help support your banner end. And then with this one, you need another slip of ribbon here. You're just going to tie an overhand knot. Like that. And then a glue dot. Go right there. And we're going to put another one right next to it for more good measure here. So that end I have good. And I'm going to sneak that right underneath our little label. And you can trim the other side how it works best. Okay, oh, our little masterpiece is here. I've had buffering now for probably the last 20 minutes, you guys. I am still sitting watching Bigger Tigger right next to me. And Bigger Tigger is already done making biscuits, and he's almost sleeping. So I'm way behind the 8 ball on the video too. So, all right, Gemsies. We have here, the white ones look great over here because you can see them on the green good. Right, and then I've got a little baby blue right there, and a little baby white down here, and I've got to go back in here to grab a big blue. Perfect. Okay. Now, if you have your Stella pen, what would be great, and I don't know if any of these work, but oh, there's like peacock in that one, and this one's got, well, that one's got the peacock. This, oh, there's a Stella pen right here. Let's see what you look like, my friend. Oh, you're thick. Okay, let's practice over here first. All right, it works. But here's the trick with the Stella pen. You see the flower looks plain right now, and with a Stella pen, if you use a Stella pen kind of like right after you stamp, it's a little more wet, and it drags the colors around, And so it makes this white color flower have the essence of blue in it. A soft blue. And it's very, like, you guys probably can't even see the blue 42. It's there, little bits. But when you color over the ink, it drags the color. And then it takes the flower that was white and it gives it a little bit of little blue to it. Blue 42. Okay. Like to do that a lot. Voila. Huh, we've got the 2 done. All right. Yay. Yippee yay. Whoop whoop. Two down, 2 to go. We even got the envelope done. Okay. We're cruising now. It took us a hot second to get to this point, but we are cruising for a bruising now. And I've got this guy out. He's next on my list. The vellum circle is an issue, and I know why. I remember this happening. And they asked, can I have it? I'm like, sure. Okay. That one. So we have a leaf. Excuse me. And we have our insides. Sending smiles. This is what I got. I got this leaf, a vellum circle. This is why they gave this to me. Look at that. Would you ever think, wow, I got a crappy vellum circle? If you ever get stuff like this in your kit, it's sometimes, I would have to say 99% intentional, but there are sometimes we miss something. But this, they gave it to me because I can put this side right there. And I can put this side underneath the bow, underneath the ribbon, okay? So I can work with it. And so that's why I got this one, because they're like, wow, what happened to that circle? And I'm like, that was an oops. So, and you're gonna not think that this is right, but it is. This is all flush on the one side, okay? It's all flush on the right. And then you have the same margin on the left as you do at the top of the bottom. All right justified. Right, so that is intentional. All right, so burnish that. All right, I got lots of gluing, and I feel like we need to do some gluing to make me happy right now. So we're gonna glue this. What do I have on the inside? Hello, friend. Okay. All right, so glue. Now this guy's a little skinnier than here, so I gotta keep that in mind so I don't get outside the lines of my gluing here. I'm only going to go right to there. So inside, and we're gonna go like this, and go like this, and I think that's it for now. Whoa. So this one's going to go on here. Again, right justified. Right, so that means flush on the right. Right, same thing with this one. Right justified. Okay, so far so good. This guy goes on the inside of the card. So that's waiting in the wings over here. And then we have this. Go right there. And it's okay that it's short, because when I cut this off, there's still going to be enough stickiness on the envelope flap to shut the card, or shut the envelope, right? So this is such a nice straight edge on here. You could always use your trimmer. Line up that edge, line up that edge, go back to there. It's like look left, right, left. And then you could just cut that right off like that. Boom. Okay. All good there. So, set you off to the side. We have this for our inside, which we'll find momentarily. Let me clean this. So we use just a note again. So let's keep that on the block. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna clean the flower. We're done. Okay, so you go there, and we need sending smiles. And that hello friend comes from in this set too, so that's there. And then sending smiles, it fits perfectly in that label, and that label comes in the set. So Secret C is where it's at. It's where it's at. Love is what I got. Just remember that. Sending smiles with this little Jude right here. Oh, it just barely fits. It's a tight squeeze, but it fits. That's good. And then we're going to do hello friend, you called. Nope, that's not it. Oh, hello honey bunches of oats. Hi Mom. What's up girlfriend? Oh, here she comes. Hi. Are you going to go stir? You're going to rebel rouse your brother, aren't you? He is sleeping so peacefully over there, girl. Why aren't you petting me, Mom? Okay. I told you guys, I warned everybody. I said the cats were going to be on me like glue today. They have been. No denying it. Can't do anything about it. If I shut the door on them, they're going to just dig through the weather stripping. All right. We're not done with the ink. We're going to use this one and our circle here. So the circle gets lost until you put a little bit of ink around the edges. Right? And I'm not going to put it where it's missing because I don't want to draw attention to that, but I'll put it there. All right, Susan Bellamy, we'll catch you later. All right, so that's it for the, whoa, girlfriend, you almost took everything down. Hi. Oh, yeah, I know. I know, you just want love. Okay. Yup, you're purring. Keep the motor running. Head out on the highway. Looking for adventure. Whatever comes my way. So I was talking about her motor. She is purring up a storm here, you guys. Yeah, exactly. Okay, honey. Oh, come on, girlfriend. All right. Excuse me. You don't want to get any glue on your fur, Buttercup. All right. So we've got hello, friend. And then we're going to get this guy. Honey, this is risky business. Yes, this I know. Okay, so we got that guy ready to go. And this is our inside here. You guys, all three cats are within. This one's touching me. Tigger's 3 feet away from me, and Hunky is about 3 feet away as well. I called it when when I first went live. I said, these cats are going to be on me like glue tonight. All right, so there's the inside. Completo, yay-o. All right, so this designer paper can get put down. Actually, yeah, I wondered if I was going to... I almost want to put the ribbon behind... So I put it behind this layer. I think I'll leave it behind that layer. So let's watch where you're swinging that thing, girlfriend. We're going to glue this down. This goes on the top of the card. Twitchy tail. Twitchy tail. Twitchy tail. Twitchy tail. Twitchy tail. Okay. We need some tear and tape. It makes it look like this is wrapped around and tied a knot in the front. This one has, okay, so there's the edge. We're gonna go here and here. for this one, I don't think I'm going to double it up and do 2 ribbons. I'm just going to stick to the one. And we're just going to not even measure. We're just going to go like that. And maybe put it right about there. Oh, Hunky. What's up? Don't you stir your brother. Go to sleep, buddy. And then our circle kind of gets tucked under here, and we have a leaf, right? And then we have this guy. Okay, so it's going to go something like that. All right. So I think my ribbon's in a good spot, so I'm going to go forward with this. And then I end up popping this up with dimensionals, which Honey is protecting them now. Here's one. Oh, I got kitten number 2 making cookie dough down there. Oh, you guys. This one, it's 2 more here. All right. So I tried to center this top to bottom, and it's flush with the designer paper, so that you get that green border around, right, like that. Now the sending smiles. What I think I'm going to do you have my dimensionals? Maybe. Where are my dimensionals? I have these. I guess I'll use these because the rest are probably underneath you. I'm going to put 4 of these dimensionals across the back. And for now, I'm only going to pick off the 2 right ones and get this staged where I want it. Okay, so I'm seeing the same amount of blue as I am over there. This is the plan. So like that. And it's only going to stick on this side. Then I can take my leaf. Oh, we're going to take this circle actually. We're going to do tear and tape. I know you're going to see it, but I'm hopeful that I got it right where the leaf is going to be. And then this goes, just going to lightly set that down there. You guys, Tigger, buddies. Was he getting too close to you, Tigger? He was not even in your bubble. Well, he kind of was in your bubble. Sorry, Hunky. Tigger didn't like that. You were encroaching in his bubble, buddy. And Hunky was just making cookie dough. It's okay, buddy. Cookie dough. So, this goes in here. Yeah. Good deal. Okay. So, that part that got cut is right there. And if I... Yep, and that part is right there. So, I got to work with it like this. So, let's go like this. Put that back there. And my overhand knot now. So I'm just going to cut a section like this. We're going to weave it underneath here. We're going to see what happens. Now, depending on which way the bow goes, it's going to cover it up or it's not. So that doesn't cover it up. So then I take this apart and I go the other way. I feel like I need to go that way. Nope, that's going to go the wrong way. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's try this way. That's that way. Okay, I'm going to hold it this way. I want to get my tail to go up that way. That's what I'm trying to do. Not that way. Okay, let's think about this. I'm going to go this way. This needs to go over the top. Like that, that way. So just depending on how you tie your overhand knots, the tails go certain ways. There. All right. That did it. Okay. It took a little bit to get that to process the way I wanted it to, but now I'm good with this. Cut you like that, and then we'll cut this one up and down right there. And just a hair shorter yet. Okay, so because I really don't want that ribbon to expose my circle, that's not good. I'm going to put a glue dot right there, right? And that's going to help that go right there. Oh, yeah, it turned out great. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So grab your gems, and I'm going to use my scissors and see if these are really picking on here. So we're going to grab that one right there. Like that. And I'm going to put a third one. So these Secret C get a lot more love. We go through those more. I'm just going to leave it at those 3. This one, it was 4. Oh, and you know what though? I could have put a 5th one right there for our odd numbers of the blues. Okay, and then the greenies, there are some right here. Huh. Well, we're gonna do a big, and a small. I've been doing this a little bit more. I think Carissa got me on to doing these in a line like this because it looks a little cool. And you know what? I think I'm going to try it down here. Because you got gems up there for the flower. And this way you can have some down at the bottom. Okay, I like that. Okay, just different ways to do things. Okay, good night, Anna. So I've got those 3 here, and then I've got the 3 here, and I'm gonna call it good. And here I've got the 5 and the 3. I know it's 8, but it's 5 and then 3. Odd, odd, odd. Okay, yay. Okay, that's our 3rd one. We have 1 left to do, and I don't think the last one's that crazy intense. So let's get onto it really quick. We got our matchy envelope. Okay, last card, promise. Lickety split. So we got our 3 flowers. We need just a note again. We're gonna split this apart. We're gonna split that apart. This is for our envelope, and I do have a note about the circles, leaves, something's going on. And flip you back so you're ready. All right, definitely did some strategic die cutting, right? So that'll cover that up. Here's for our note. Oh, I got piecemeal leaves. Okay, so I got the rigmarole of the leaves. All right, so you should have 5 leaves. I got broken apart ones. That's what I'm understanding from that. And we did die cut leaves out of that. And so that's gonna go there. And then you have your 2 inside mats. All right. All right, let's get something glued together. I got lots of pieces here. I think I can glue both of these down only because I'm going to be splitting my piece apart, and so I think I can handle that. So let's get glue on these things. All right, you ready for it? We got 4 going on here. This one, that, and that. So this will go on the top. This will cover up the hole of a rectangle. And then this goes on our inside. Like that. And then this is for our envelope. Okay, and then we've got a strip of designer paper and no words on the inside, right? So we left it that you could write your own love note or stamp a sentiment, whatever you want. We'll put this down here. And then this can go on our inside. All right, there. Back to this guy. We had said that we could have cut a piece or we could have just used this scrap, right? So this scrap measures 2 inches, just over 2. So if we cut it a hair over 1, we should be good, right? And what I'm gonna do is glue each one over to the edge here. And if I measure, that's 2 inches and a hair, and that's 2 inches. So it's 2 inches basically. So that's gonna be my cue of where I'm gonna put these. So I'm gonna flip them this way. Again, you could have cut yourself a whole piece of 1x4 and that would have worked. But I'm gonna grab my ruler and put the 2 inches to the bottom of the blue and put that right there. Okay, and I'm gonna measure this side, and it's more than 2 by 1/8, so we're gonna come up a hair. So once we get this guy situated, so that's 2 to the DSP, that's 2 to the DSP now. All right, then what you can do is take your ruler and put that like that, keep it lined up there, and then you have a guide to put that down. And then you can grab your ruler, 2 inches, a hair under 2, so we're going to go just up a hair. Now, if ribbon was going behind here, you would not want to have glued that, but there was no ribbon going behind it. All right, so that helped us use that up. Now, this one we said was the right, almost the right size, but it was a hair too short. But because we have all these flowers going through the middle, what we can do is cut it down the middle and cut it. So that's 3.5. 1.5 plus 1/4 is 1 3/4. So I think the middle is right there. And what we'll do is we'll glue this and we'll glue that and we'll split them. So I'm gonna flip them both upside down. And then we're gonna put, oh, I got holes. I should have glued the top here, but oopsies. It's okay. So this one goes down here. And now I've got glue through the window, so this needs to go this way. It wasn't a lot, I'll be honest. It was a 32nd of an inch, and you could have lived with it a little shorter on one end, but I really wanted them to be even. All right. Before I get glue anywhere, I'm going to put dimensionals on this and put it right down onto the card so I don't risk getting liquid glue on my mat. All right, center that, top to bottom, left to right. And then we have just a note. Totes my goats. So we used 3 of those little 3 banner dies. Ah, they're punches. Okay, just a note. And what we could do with these as well, take your Stella pen and you could drag that color back and forth. It gives them just a little hint of blue. Whoa. Okay, did you guys just see what happened? My Stella had a blowout, like big time. Do you see that all? That all almost landed smack dab on my flower. So, we're not wasting it. I've seen that happen to people, but I can't say that's really ever happened to me. It happened to one of my gals who was taking class with me, and it went right on her project. And oh man, it wasn't a good thing. So I'm going to go back. Oh man, and here comes Hunky Noodle Boy. You gotta be kidding me, buddy. Nothing to see here, officer. Are you certain that you're coming this way? Yeah, Mom. Move it or lose it. Okay. Come on. Of course this happened. But they're going to be really stellarific. All right, so you can see there a little bit that the blue has this blending action. Okay. So, I'm just curious here what I've got. I don't want to waste that, so that's my thing. You guys, I you know, most people, most people would be like, oh, I'll just wipe it up, right? Nope. I was like, I can't waste all that Stella juice. Let's get these guys good. Okay. I don't know if you can even see all that. Oh, there it is. See, you can see it. You guys, wow. In all the years that I've been live, I've never had the Stella explode on me like that on camera, and I think even really in real life. But I know that you squeeze too hard and it floweth out. So that very first card. Wow. Okay, we're just going to go for it. You know, why waste it, right? Okay, you can even do around the border. Oh, my goodness. Is that Stellaed up or what? Okay, you could do these guys. All right, you get to see me Stella-ing up and being frugal with my Stella pen here. Well, I guess you could say generous. Hey, what's up? Don't you be bugging your brother, buddy. I got my eyes on you guys. We're almost done, and then we'll go in. Get you some crunchies. All right. So I could have wiped it up, but nope, can't do that. What's the other card? All right, that one. I think I almost got it now. Oh, I gotta do the leaves now. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think this is probably the most you've ever seen me put Stella on a card or cards for a class ever. Ever. But I got it all used up. I think that the Stella had some rubbing alcohol in. All right, I think I'm good. I think I'm good now. Oh, all right, let's see here. We need some, let's cut this off. All right, done with the envelope. Good, very good. Tear and tape, scalpel. Just kidding. You know, you're like MD, Dr. MD. So we're gonna put the little tear and tape back there. We're not gonna do a doubled up of a ribbon. We're just gonna do a loopy and a tail. Well, let's see here. I might do a loop, yeah, a little baby loop, and then a little bigger of a loop. They are great helpers. And there's that. Boom. I think we can put the ribbon away now. It's done its workout for tonight. Okay, flower power action. Honey was keeping these warm, and they're exactly where I left them. So we're gonna do the same thing, putting the dimensionals. Oh, Hunky's so thirsty. All right, so this one goes first, and an eyeball over the edge a little, right there, looks good. For this one, add a couple around the edge, only picking off the middle ones. And I'll pick off that inner one, leaving that one so that my leaves can tuck in. I've got it like that. Okay, and then this one. So I got a dimensional there. So I can pick off this one. And make sure I cover up that seam. It's gonna go right here. Question mark, looks good. And then this, I'm gonna pick this off and add some dimensionals over the top of it. Hang out right there. Leaves, all right. Flip them all upside down and grab those black dimensionals, the wee little ones, right here. We're gonna put a dimensional in the middle of each one of these. Okay, pick those off. Oh, Hunky found a box. Good job, buddy. Oh, he walked right through it. All right. So you either have 2 sets of 2 and a 1, or you should have 5 leaves, however they work out, right? I think they're all about the same. I'm gonna take this one and it's gonna come out the edge here like that. And then I'm gonna grab that guy. I don't need that part, so we're gonna tuck that in like that. And we have this guy over here. And I don't need... Honey, honey. Girlfriend. I got my eye on you. Oh, yeah, these kittens. Okay, so we're gonna put that guy right there. And this one hangs out right over here. Okay. So again, I had all single leaves, but that was noted on my kit, and I'm pretty positive that you guys are not going to have all single ladies. You're going to have some pairs, I think. All right. And then, all right. So big blue, 42, and a little guy. So let's do a blue there, and I'm going to do the white next to it. And then on this side, I'm just going to put a single blue to use up that blue guy. All right, and you can see here that needs a second dimensional because it was starting to drag down. And let's grab this guy. It needs more. Guys, it needs a little more help. Right on the end there. There. Okay. Double stuff on the edge here because it was popped up here and here, so it's too high. All right, well, that looks awesome. Definitely say that the Stella does always do a beneficial job. Add to it. All right. Oh, man. Card marathon workout. I think we got it. You guys have all the gems. You can put more on if you really want, what you really, really want. And I'm going to bring them all in, and you can tell me which one's your favorite. You know, I'll be honest, the difference between the ribbon, I think that if I had to pick, I would actually pick the thinner ribbon for this now that I see it, but that leaves this open for us to use for a different class sometime. So we've got 1, like that. We've got another greenie, and then another pinky, and another greenie. Yay! Da-da-da. All right. Whew, we got her done. We got her done. Yeah, not a lot of stamping, but gosh, got a lot of cutting, and then we had all the focal images to cut in the beginning and stamp in the beginning. So we did it though. Now you guys, so I do know that these two look similar, and then these two look similar. Yeah, I get that. It was really hard to only have certain patterns of paper in this set. So there weren't all the regular choices of 6 different patterns times 2, right? So actually there was a limited number of patterns, and we worked with it. So in case you guys missed and you think you want to yet, get in on the Winter Creative Escape. I did the class part of it just this afternoon, and all the videos are ready now. We made 10 cards together this afternoon. So these were the cards from the Escape, right? And then we did the 3D project. You got a calendar card. So I think I have at this moment 6 or 7 spots left for the Escape, right? So I still have a couple left, right? There's a few pending. So if anybody still wants to get in on it, I can make that happen. And I would have my mom, I'd ask her very nicely if she'd make some more cookies so that we have more cookies for everybody. And these things are a pain because you'll lose them. So you don't want to lose them. And so we got to use lovely arrangements, the stamps and the dies. And then I pulled in another sentiment was from Valentine Kisses. Very pretty sentiment for with birthdays or any occasion. Okay, we did it. I feel like I've been working on making cards with you guys all day. And I get to go make 2 cards more. So I am going to use there's the new online exclusives that just launched. And I got my order on 2 days. So it was here waiting for me when I got back. So I pulled out 2 sets that I think I'm going to be hopefully excited to work with and get a couple of cards designed. And then I'll be lucky if I get all that done, and then it's not all that, but it takes a couple hours or 3 hours to design the 2 cards and then get all the stuff prepped for the helpers so that I can drop it off at Tammy's house tomorrow. And then, yeah, I've got a little massage going on for me tomorrow, you guys, in the afternoon, so I'll be occupied. And then unfortunately I have a funeral to go to tomorrow night. So I don't think if anybody messages me or if you've messaged me recently, just hang tight. I'm doing my best to get caught up. Being gone that extra day and a half didn't help me any, but we're making do. We're definitely plugging away, but it's all good. So I know Sue Deppis, you're still watching, and I think you're still watching. If you're still planning to come over at 9:30 tomorrow, and I know I have Angela coming at 9, and then we've got the showcase, you guys, at 10. So we've got a very jam-packed next, 24 hours for me, but we'll get through it. It'll all be successful, and I will be, like I mentioned in the beginning of the live, I'll be very happy on Sunday morning for Sleeping Sunday. So it's all good. So I know you guys are not even near me to ask to let me know, this is where I'm at, you guys. I'm on that card at this current moment. I wonder if I go out and come back in let's just close out here of YouTube altogether. And let's see what happens when I go back in, if it catches me up. No, it's in the same spot. Okay, so I actually have to keep this live running. So if you guys look at my back camera here, my computer, it's exactly where the YouTube is. If I end this live before that's done, I've got issues. So I've learned that in the past. So I guess you guys, it's currently 8:33. So I definitely went over by a bit with it, but you guys, we hadn't been together for a while. So for all the buffering, if you call it good for watching tonight, once it's done launching here, or I should say done airing here, then once it's done and I end the stream, you guys will be able to watch it not live. You'll be able to watch it on the replay. And hopefully with the replay, you guys won't have the buffering. So let's see if I can remember this. I am going to pull up the numbers and we'll do a random number generator. We had 51 and a net is 52. So I have 52 names for the random number generator. You guys, I haven't done the drawings for the other classes yet. The other two that we had. Still working on updating my books. That's one thing I didn't do. But we're going to do 52. And we're going to see who the winner chicken dinner is for this one. Da-da-da! Drum roll, please. 44. And 44 is Pat Rowell. Okay, I'm going to make it bold. Hopefully that will help me remember. We're going to make this be a color of purple. Hopefully that will help me remember. So yay to Pat. Okay. Well, that is what and I'm saying this live in the video, so in case that I forget, I can go back to 2 hours and 27 seconds and watch that. So Pat Rowell, congratulations. You're the winner chicken dinner on the class tonight. So wonderful. So I think that's it. I think I'm going to call her quits, get my stuff all buttoned up and cleaned up here, and head on in to a little design time. So lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to everybody. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for the showdown. No, it's not a showdown, but the showcase for the classes that are coming up in February. And there are quite a few, you guys. I've got with Kelly a couple, and then I've got actually 3 classes with Kelly that I'm doing, one with Diane, and then 2 by myself, and then I've got Julie Bierschbach's classes here, I've got Carissa's classes, and I will have some Gina's classes to share with you, along with my past classes. So it's going to be quite the showcase. All right, so you guys, I think I said this already, but sunshine, love, and big hugs. You guys have a good night. We'll see you in the morning. Love you. Bye.